Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn bit of basics of MongoDB, Mongoose, and then we will learn how to connect Mongoose in our Nest.js, like how to integrate Mongoose in our Nest.js. So moving forward, so in Mongoose, schema is the very basic building block which needs to be properly defined. So schema actually maps MongoDB collection, which defines the shape of the document. So I can say that the very basic thing that physically exists is a document, and there can be multiple documents in a collection, and the shape of that particular collection is defined by the schema. So if I roll back like that, right? So schema is actually the very basic building block to be used in Mongoose. So in other words, I can say that schema defines models which are responsible for creating or reading the documents. So schema types can be of string, number, date, buffer, boolean, UUID, mixed, object ID, array, decimal, 1 to 8, or map. So MongoDB also by default add an ID. So if you were to create any of the document, MongoDB would by default add an ID to that particular document. So if you are not very much clear about what the schema is, we will be building a schema for the user as well as the course. So you can say that if you know a bit of the object oriented programming, you can consider an schema like a class, like a blueprint, right? And from the object oriented theory, you know that you create an instance of an object from the class, right? So schema is a class and document is an object. Okay, so document takes a physical shape, whereas the schema is just a blueprint, just like class and object. You can use this analogy for the schema and the document, and multiple documents constitutes a collection. But the very cool part in the MongoDB is that you don't have to imperatively, you explicitly define the collection that you want to create. If you don't have any collection defined, it will automatically create that. Furthermore, there is one other cool thing is that there can be documents of different shapes in one collection as well. For example, one document contains only ID and name, but the second document may contain ID, name, and email. So these are some of the variants of MongoDB which are differentiating from the normal SQL database. So how would you connect Mongoose? So in Node.js, you would be simply using something like mongoose.connect Shameel app, something like this. Let me just resize this a bit. But in Nest.js, you would be using something like this. So you know that in Nest.js we have an app module, right? So you would be using import module from Nest.js common, and this line is very important: import Mongoose module from Nest.js/Mongoose. This needs to be installed if you don't have it installed already. And in the modules imports line, you would use something like Mongoose module dot for root. So this for root is similar to this connect. So this for root accepts the exact same object which this connects accepts in the Node.js. So these are the two similarities between Node.js and simple Nest.js. So let's move ahead and try to connect it in our application. Okay, so the application is up and running. I don't think I have run the application. I will run it now. From the previous video, we have actually cloned the starter branch from the repository. So I have to run this command. So in the app module, I would come here and I would import Mongoose module, and then in import I would use something like Mongoose. So it gave that to me directly. I don't want that. So here I would do something like Nestjs Mongoose. So the name you give here, it will be, so it will create this the database by the name of Nestjs/Mongoose dash rest. I would name this like this, and then I would hit save. I think, yeah, this is the mistake here. Hit save. Now what you have to do is you have to open MongoDB Compass. So I have this open MongoDB Compass. So by default this is the URL, and if you hit connect on this, it will connect to your database. So these are all of the databases that I have created before. So if I go here, you can see that Nestjs Mongoose REST is not yet created. It's because we have neither created any collection nor any document. So in next video we will be learning how to create resource in Nest.js, as well as how to create a schema and give it a physical shape, like convert the schema to the model and use that model to create the document. So you know the steps. You have to create a schema, and from that schema, which is like a blueprint, you have to create some sort of instance of a model, and that particular model would be responsible for creating, modifying, or deleting or updating your documents in a collection. We will see all of it in action in our next video. Thank you for watching.